Ahoy, ladies.
Ahoy!
Happy
Ahoy.
Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
How are ya?
Good.
Doing great.
Do I sound really Midwestern when I say that?
Ahoy.
How are ya?
No. How are ya?
You do now.
You do kind
I
of
felt
sound
a little-
Midwestern when you say that. Ahoy.
Yeah.
Ahoy less so.
Yeah, not as Midwest.
Yeah, no. I'm going to need like a Minnesota mom to show me how to say ahoy in a Midwestern accent.
Right into the pod.
With a phonetic translation. Yikes. Well, I would love to know, ladies, how has lore affected your week this week?
Well, you all know this already. Spoiler alert, we text, we talk outside of this podcast.
What?
Let them know we're friends.
Yeah, it's all a charade. It's the Hollywood glamour. I, today, found out that there was a beautiful, fun craft market beneath my apartment in New York, and they closed down my whole street. And there was this little crystal shop at the bottom of my stairs, and it felt like it was calling out to me, and it had all sorts of beautiful crystals with all sorts of fun powers, but I didn't get a single one.
No.
I just couldn't.
But you
decide
can
on
always go
one.
back.
I might go
That's
back
fair.
after we record, but if anyone has any recommendations of what to get a girl at a crystal shop, obviously I think I have to be called to it, but if not,
Yeah.
let me know what you think I need.
Do we still think there's some cursed energy on you?
I'm thinking maybe after the curses episode, I maybe lifted it.
Interesting.
And it's
Well,
all
we
the
did a
nocebo
counter-curse.
effect, so it's whatever I believe.
True.
So true.
True. Sammy, how's lore affected your week?
Actually, that's a great transition from what you were just talking about. I have had 3 different jewelry pieces break on me this week.
Oh no.
3 different ones.
I test
2 of
the
them
curse to you.
were pearl things. And then one of them was the Agatha crystal bracelet.
No.
Yeah.
Our friendship bracelet.
So Jessie's the only one left with an Agatha crystal bracelet.
I am the beholder of the Agatha crystal.
Yes.
Whoa. Oh, I'm so
Yeah,
sorry,
my black
Sammy.
agate bracelet is just gone. Same
That's a
with the
bummer.
other 2 pearl things, which was a big bummer.
Are you okay?
Great question.
Check back next week. See if
Yeah.
Sammy's still okay.
We'll find out.
Sammy, if you're looking for
Jeez.
some counter-cursing magic, please remember that penises are something that are lucky in the Roman
Flying
Empire.
penises
So
specifically.
Yeah.
yeah,
She has one on her keychain now, so she's all
perfect.
good.
Then you're
I'm
set.
protected in one way. Yes. Jesse, what about you?
Well, I have 2. One's really short. I'm on my fitness journey. And to add a little more whimsy to my life, I guess more whimsy than lore, I was on the Peloton, because we have one at the office, and I was doing a bike ride through Norway. And to make it feel more fun for myself, as cars were passing on the screen, I would go, "Thank you. Thanks for letting me pass." So that's my lore. But then the other one that I wanted to share with you, which maybe is less lore, but I went to an Oktoberfest party, I guess,
Fun.
at a bar, and I did the beer puppeteer. Have you guys heard of this?
No.
It looks like a medieval torture device, but you strap it on like a backpack, and it's sort of like a gallows situation above you.
Whoa.
With 2 handles where you move this plank of wood in between you, and it has a beer on it, and you're supposed to maneuver it so that you drink it. But if you move, the thing swings like crazy because it's like you're manning a puppet. Wyatt, excellent. No spills, nothing. I, on the other hand, thank God she provided a poncho. I dropped most of the beer everywhere. I tried to swing it and get it back, but it would hit me in the mouth and then spray everywhere. It was embarrassing, and everyone was watching, and there were a lot of people being like, "That's not how you drink beer."
No, I know.
You're like, "No, I know." But it was really fun.
That is so fun.
That's crazy sounding.
Yeah.
It was a lot, but it was so fun.
I'm hoping to do a little bit of Oktoberfest when I come back to LA at the end of October.
That's so soon. Oh my gosh.
I know.
That is so exciting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Finally,
can't
we'll be
wait.
reunited to do a live on the Patreon, right? Isn't that what we said?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's been so fun seeing people wear their merch. Just a sidebar. It's been so fun. Keep sending us photos and everything. And I think we got a fun review that we'd like to share.
Oh, yes. Thank you, everyone who has been sending in reviews. Again, every single one of them makes our day. We giggle and text to each other about it. And ultimately, they also really help with people finding the podcast and all the rest of that. But I'd love to share a new review that we got on September 19th from LJ Cup. I hope that's how you pronounce it.
Love it.
Maybe it's Lish Cup. I don't know.
Lish Cup.
Oh, yes, Lish
Probably
Cup.
not. And this review is titled, Pour Some Lore, in all caps. Ready, ladies? It says, I'm an ADHD mom of 3. Shout out ADHD. Love that. For me, and not for you, not necessarily. That's your own journey. I'm an ADHD mom of 3 young kids, and I swear y'all are breathing life back into me. I can't recommend this podcast enough. Every episode feels like I'm hanging out with my best friends while also going on the deep dives that my neurodivergent brain so desperately needs. I feel so seen, so heard. Joining your Patreon the minute I get back to Wi-Fi, upside down smiley face.
Stop.
Wait, why don't you have Wi-Fi? Are you okay?
Yeah,
Are you in
and
the
how are
woods
you
voluntarily?
How are you making this review if you don't have Wi-Fi?
Now we're just questioning everything
Did you
about
use
this person.
cellular data for this? Thank you. That's so
Stop.
nice.
Oh my gosh.
We'll refund you.
Lish Cup.
Yeah, seriously. You just send us the bill for the data.
Yeah. We'll
Well-
look at it. We will not get back to you on that.
But we will look at it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That's
Thank you so much. I
So
can't
nice.
express enough how happy that review made me to know that we're making a difference in your life and keeping you occupied and happy. I just count us as your best friends, truly. I count you as that for me, Leash Cup.
Lish Cup.
Or however you say
Or
your
however
name.
you say it.
Sending you virtual hugs, you know?
Yeah. I just feel like every time we read one of those, I cry, which is really embarrassing because I'm at work most of the time, like at my desk, and I read one of those, and it's just buckets. So that's fun. Thanks, guys.
Hopefully that's not
No,
catching
it
up
is.
to you in any way career-wise. They're like, oh, that's just
God,
the
I
crying
have had
lady.
so many meetings about it. They're like, Jessie, you have to not cry so much. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, that's really beautiful.
Thank you, everyone who
Yeah.
sent in reviews, truly, from the bottom of our hearts.
Yes, but we do have a bit of a longer episode. So unless you ladies have anything you'd like to discuss.
I'd like to discuss wine.
Wine time?
I just thought of that.
Some why?
Do you like wine? Does anyone else like discussing wine? Or, to be fair, I wasn't trying to transition. I really was just, putting a discussion topic out there, and I didn't realize this podcast also did wine. So. Crazy.
Oh, well, let me tell you about it.
Ah.
It's so funny. So if you're new here, hi, welcome. We love you. The thing that we do here is we are a lore podcast, but we like to gamify things. So we have introduced the wine bottle game. I have brought in a lore that the ladies do not know what I'm doing. And with said lore, I have brought a wine bottle to which the label is a clue. You can also pause the episode right now and head to our Instagram to check out the wine bottle, and we'll let you know if we like it or not.
Guess with us, and if you don't feel like drinking wine, you can join me today in the consumption of tea, lovely black tea, because some of us had longer nights than others.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry you will not be trying this. It looks
Yes.
quite good. I present to you the wine.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Heavy, be careful.
Oh my gosh. Okay. It is called Spyglass. It is a cabernet sauvignon from Passel?
Passel?
From Paso Robles. It is a 2021. And it has this like gorgeous piratey ship on the
You
front.
did not just say ahoy as a reference to
No,
your lore,
absolutely
did
not.
you?
Absolutely not.
I don't know.
There's like a big pirate ship. It's
You're
beautiful.
It's a gorgeous bottle in general, and there's beautiful gold writing on the back. that says set sail with the C word. Should I say this as like a pirate or a Minnesota mom?
Ooh, maybe a little
Trying to
mix
say
of
it
both. A Minnesota mom on a pirate ship.
Yeah.
Okay. How did I get here? Okay. Set sail with this seaworthy wine from Paso Robles. The influence of coastal... I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Okay. It's
No, that was
Lindsay
really
now.
good.
Thank you.
Especially because you
Paso.
scrunched up with your mug. It was really like Midwestern mom.
It's because I'm only a few steps away from being a Midwestern mom myself. I would just need a child, so... Anywho, the influence of coastal winds and deep volcanic soils will navigate your taste buds to nuanced flavors of... And I'm not going to tell you because you're going to guess.
Yes. Yay.
Oh, but then I will say it says at the end, anchors away.
Stop.
I think that's how I'm going to say goodbye from now on.
Anchors away.
Anchors away.
Sammy, do you have a guess?
I feel like it can't just be like pirate. Do you?
Here's what I'm working with right now so it's Halloween, like it's October, we're doing kind of spooky, interesting stories. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is.
You guys
It,
came to
just
that.
hit me.
We
At
just
the
got
same
our
time.
yeah, because I saw Sammy's realization and I was like, I'm missing something here. And then I was like, what else are we doing in October, Sammy?
Do we want to say it at the same time? Ready?
You choose, Jessie, are you in on this?
All say it at the same time, and then
Okay.
we'll know if we're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Queen Mary.
Wow.
Yes. I figured because my birthday present to you ladies was going to the Queen Mary for the haunted tour, we might as well learn a little bit about her first.
I am
So much sense.
so excited.
Yes. Well, shall we pour some lore and get cracking?
Yeah, Kraken.
What I was doing the
please.
Kraken.
You're like, not the Queen Mary, the Kraken.
What
oh
if they
my
tied?
gosh.
I'm gonna grab a wine opener.
I would like to say there is an X marks the spot on the cork. That is pretty freaking cool.
That's fun.
Super cool. I like the theme of this wine a lot. Hats
Yeah,
off.
this wine is amazing. Thanks, Ralph.
Wow.
May I have your glass? Oh, it smells decadent.
Mmm,
Let me get
decadent.
these notes up so I'm ready to quiz ya.
All right, ladies. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh,
That smells so good.
I'm getting like a jammy smell right up top.
Mm.
Ooh. Ooh. What is that? I weirdly want to say like
Plum? No. Blackberry?
maybe.
I think it's blackberry.
I also weirdly want to say like cigar or like
no, there's wood.
There's like some sort of like
Smoky.
yeah, but not like too much.
Wow, that's delicious. It's jammy for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely like forward notes a bit.
Not a lot of
Of-
tannin.
I'm gonna say, is there some sort of like black fruit in it?
Yes, there are 2 black fruits in it, and that's all
one of them
all there
plum?
is. No,
And blackberry?
sorry. Blackberry
Blackberry
is
for
correct,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, blackberry.
Yeah.
And then other black fruit. Like a date? Is that crazy?
Black cherry.
Oh, sure.
Black
I can
fruit.
get that.
Yeah, you know. Perhaps the wood you were getting was the shipwreck boat of it all on the label and on the literal cork, you know.
I think that's what it is. It's like the wood that's at the Queen Mary.
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
this wine.
Totally. What are you rating this, by the way?
I think it's like a 9.
Yeah, it's a really good standalone. Like some wines we've had where like you do need a meal with this.
Yeah.
This I think is an excellent standalone wine.
I would get this again in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'm probably doing like 8.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Picked a bad one to sit out on.
We'll just have to get it again for you. Like maybe before we go to the Queen Mary, we'll do a little toast.
That'd
Are we ready, ladies?
be cute. Never been more ready, Captain.
Aye. Okay. So, like I said, I figured before we step foot on one of the most haunted ships in America, we gotta learn about her. So, let's dive into all things RMS Queen Mary. So, you ladies know, I love history. But for some reason, I was like, ugh, it's not a pirate ship. That's not fun. Like, what am I going to learn about this ship? Can it really be that interesting? Obviously, I knew about the ghosts and whatnot, but when we do a little set the scene work for each lore that we do, I was like, how much is there going to be about just a regular old ship? Wrong, by the way. The history is incredibly fascinating behind the Queen Mary. So the ship itself has made 1,001 transatlantic crossings, was a service ship during World War II, has carried approximately 2.2 million passengers, had allegedly 47 reported deaths during its time in action, and is believed to have up to 150 ghosts that haunt the ship today.
Oh.
So many ghosts.
That's a lot of ghosts. So, let us start from the beginning, shall we? Construction for the Queen Mary started in 1929 and was financed by the Cunard Line. I should have looked up that pronunciation, but I didn't. Cunard. Sure. That's going to change every time. But by the time the United Kingdom really felt the effects of the Great Depression, the Queen Mary was already 9 stories high with 80% of its hull completed. But obviously, Great Depression, they ran out of money and construction stopped for 2 years. And right from the get-go, it seemed like there was a sort of haunted fog that laid over the Queen Mary. First, the Cunard Line had to merge with Star Line. And can you guess what other famous ship is from Star Line? Yes, Lindsay?
The Titanic?
The Titanic! Mm-hmm. Correct.
So cool.
And when, so cool, little, scary, but whatever.
Sure.
We all have accidents. And when they picked construction back up, a construction worker fell from the scaffolding surrounding the ship and died.
Oh, we're starting strong.
We're starting strong.
Okay.
One of my favorite things is that the Queen Mary wasn't actually supposed to be named the Queen Mary. It was allegedly supposed to be named Queen Victoria, but the story goes, a representative from the Cunard Line told King George V that the company planned to name the ship after England's, quote, greatest queen, to which King George allegedly replied, my wife will be delighted that you are naming the ship after her. And so, what was previously maybe Queen Victoria, but definitely Job 534, was officially named the Queen Mary.
That is so funny.
I just play that scene in my head, and he's like, yes, of course, the Queen Mary.
That is so funny.
I have to say, King George V sounds like a messy, funny guy because he's the same one that wrote about the Flying Dutchman in his diary. So
yeah,
he loves ships.
A real personality. He's very nautical king.
He's a nautical king.
So the Queen Mary officially launched on September 26th, 1935. And none other than King George V and Queen Mary were in attendance to see her off, of course.
Well, the namesake.
Exactly. She was like, goodbye, my little one. So her maiden... Oh, by the way, I'm sure most people know this, but ships are often referred to as she or her, like in the feminine. So if I'm saying her, she, I'm referring to the Queen Mary. So her maiden transatlantic voyage was in 1936 from Southampton, England. They stopped in Cherbourg, France, and docked in New York City. And this was a nice ship, too. Especially for the time period. It had a library, a gym, a squash court, a ballroom, 2 swimming pools, and even a hospital. Isn't that
wow?
nice?
Whoa!
Yeah, I know. I thought cruise ships today were crazy, but that is
whoa!
It's impressive.
Yeah, it's really impressive. Just like how much I burp on this stupid thing.
It's the most consistent thing, I think, in our lives.
That means a lot to me. Thank you. It is the first British ocean liner to exceed 1,000 feet in length. Do you guys want to guess how long it is?
Educatedly, of course, I'll say 1,200 feet.
I was going to say 235, but I'll go a little higher just to be different. 15.
That's a lot higher.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, 1,019 feet.
Wow. Wow.
Just a little over 1,000.
They just wanted that title.
Yeah. It's like 1,001 and they're like, we're over 1,000.
It's when you're betting and you're like, and 1 penny.
Yeah.
It could carry up to 2,038 people, and its gross tonnage was 81,237, which is a shit ton of weight. The maiden voyage went really well, except for a crew member, Arthur John Francis Golding, who died during the return trip. Somehow he fractured his skull. I'm sure it's easy to do on old-timey ships, but it doesn't really say much aside from that. Poor guy. Another fun fact. One of her nicknames is Ship of Woods, since over 50 different types of wood were used to create the paneling and other architectural marvels throughout the ship.
Whoa. And I think there's like 9 of those woods in this wine. That's funny. Wild.
No, I know. It's super wild. And
that tracks because wood carries energy, if you will.
Yes. So does
100%.
water.
So does water, exactly. So
Oh
perhaps the ghosties are a little more stuck than they would have been if it was just ship of plastic.
That's why we don't have haunted ships anymore.
Yeah.
Ship of plastic. Oh,
It all makes sense.
bring back ship of wood.
Hold on. Hold on.
Never mind. Well, 1939 comes around. World War II officially begins. And as there was no need for luxury cruise ships during that time, the Queen Mary became a troop ship, which I didn't know you could just sort of like convert ships to do whatever, but I guess you can. Not only could she carry thousands of service members, but she was also considered the largest and fastest active ship during the war. And the Queen Mary earned the nickname the Grey Ghost after she was painted gray for camouflage, which is perhaps a little foreshadowing from the universe. And also why I picked this wine.
Oh, the gray.
It's gray with a ship and spyglass because it was kind of like a silent spy throughout World War II.
Wow, that's super cool.
That's a good bottle. Great bottle.
Thank you. So it's during this time that the RMS Queen Mary experienced its highest death count and arguably the biggest tragedy. On October 2nd, 1942, the Queen Mary was carrying 15,000 U.S. troops across the Atlantic. It was moving in a zigzaggy pattern to avoid being torpedoed, and it was escorted by a smaller ship called the HMS Curaçao, or Curacao, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And maybe you guys can put 2 and 2 together, but the Queen Mary accidentally collided into the Curaçao. One crew member, Ernest Watson, realized what was happening, and as he called out, "She's going to ram into us," she did. And if we remember, the Queen Mary weighs a shit ton, and it was going at maximum speed.
Ooh.
And the Queen Mary cut the Curaçao in half, and the stern quickly sank with half of the crew trapped inside. The other half of the crew on the ship's bow, right, not bow?
Yeah.
Bow.
I think it's bow.
Waited for the Queen Mary to stop and pick them up. But the Queen Mary kept sailing away. And it seems heartless, but it's wartime, and Captain Cyril Illingworth was given explicit instructions to not stop sailing for any reason. He wasn't so terrible. He did call for a different ship to come help them, but it took the ship 2 hours to get there, and in that time, most of the crew died from hypothermia. Of the 430 crew members aboard the Curaçao, only 101 survived.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's
it's
so
a lot.
sad.
And to make matters worse, the whole incident was kept a secret until after the war ended. And then it took another 4 years to do a full investigation, which I'm sure left the souls of the crew members in this weird, like, liminal space of not having justice brought to them, you know?
Yeah.
So, yikes. And it's with this disaster that comes the first of many legendary Queen Mary ghost stories. After the war, the Queen Mary turned back into a luxury ocean liner before retiring in 1967. And spooky fun fact, her last voyage was on Halloween, and a crew member died on the way back.
That's crazy.
No,
Yeah.
I know. I feel like they were playing into the lore from the beginning.
Right?
Yeah.
I know, without even knowing it. Or like the universe was like concocting a really lovely ghost ship story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She then docked in Long Beach, California, renovated to look all nice and new, and today she serves as a hotel and tourist attraction. But while the Queen Mary may no longer look stuck in another century, the lives lost on board certainly are. When standing at the front of the Queen Mary, where the HMS Curacoa crash occurred, visitors have reported hearing the sounds of metal crushing and the screams of men. Others have heard the sound of rushing water and banging against the side of the ship.
Can't wait to stand there. Can't wait to stand there.
And we're just like going to do that.
Oh yeah, we are.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So now I'm just gonna get into a bunch of the ghost stories. Yes. Before I'm gonna take a sip of wine.
I cannot wait.
Wow.
I want to stay at the hotel so bad one day.
Oh, I know. All right, buckle in, ladies.
Click.
Strapped
One
in.
of the most, just like my beer puppeteer. Backpack on. So one of the more famous ghosts on board is John Petter and Door 13. Also, do you guys know much about Queen Mary? I should have asked this.
I know a few of the stories.
Okay.
I didn't know a lot of the history, but yeah.
Lindsay?
No.
Okay, sick, let me tell you. So on July 10th, 1966, at 3:55 a.m., 18-year-old John Petter was working on a pump on the D deck when a routine safety drill occurred. But routine turned to tragedy when he didn't make it through the watertight door in time and was crushed by Door 13. Eventually, another crew member found him and released him from the door. And the only visible sign of injury was a little bit of blood running down John's nose, but he probably died when he was crushed or shortly thereafter at the hospital. No one's really sure. A few years after he died, a watchman was making his rounds when he heard footsteps walking towards the former site of Door 13. He looked around, found nothing, started to carry on, but he noticed that his German shepherd looked terrified, staring at seemingly nothing. Then, the guard heard a clanging metallic sound moving directly towards him, and their flight kicked in, and he ran away. And I wonder what would have happened if he was like Lindsay and fawned instead of ran, but I'm glad that he didn't.
Like, hey,
Literally
I
when writing this.
understand you. I understand what you're going through. I'm sure of it. You can work
Lindsay's
this
like,
out.
I know that must have really sucked getting crushed. I'm so sorry.
I bet it would have
over the
worked.
years- I bet it would have worked too.
I bet
John,
it would have.
He was 18 too, and you are a beautiful young lady. I think
Whoa.
he would have been like, She was like, whoa, I have a boyfriend.
I'm like, I am not John. I can't. He's like, oh, that's fine.
He's like, do I remind you I was crushed to death?
Oh
Pity
my
date.
gosh.
Oh no, I couldn't say
Poor
no to
John.
that for so many reasons. I also would be like,
So-
John, you're too young for me. But then he'd be
So
like,
true.
I've been 18 for 100. Like, do the
Oh,
Edward Cullen
he's
thing.
so old for you, actually.
The Edward Cullen thing. He's like, Missy, I could tell you things. I don't know. Anyway, over the years in this area, many people have reported seeing a shadow figure near the Door 13 site, and some even claim to have been chased by the Shadow Man. Lots of people hear that clanging metallic sound, hear doors being shut, and one woman even saw a fully actualized man hanging out in that area. And she didn't think much of it until years later, she saw a photo of John Petter and realized that she hadn't seen a man by the door, but a ghost.
That's so cool.
I have a tiny baby story that just happened to me.
Do it.
As I was walking up the stairs in my apartment that is from like 1912 or something, I passed a woman dressed in like full Victorian garb, but like pants, kind of like Amelia Earhart vibe, but like wearing these gorgeous gloves. Like she was, I in my mind I was like, she's in costume, have a nice day, lady. You look cool, but how crazy would it be
If she wasn't real.
Yeah, no, anyway.
And you'll never know.
But I had
Yeah,
that like
you'll
tiny thought. Yeah, I was like, whoa.
You turn
Whoa.
around and she's not there anymore.
Yeah,
and you're like,
exactly.
That would be wild.
That's so cool. Well, speaking of ladies, there's also a lady in white
Of
that
course.
hangs out in the Queen's Salon, which used to be the first class lounge. Nobody really knows who the lady in white is, but she's been seen near the piano, dancing to music that no one else can hear. And she is actually one of the most often seen ghosts, so I really hope we see her.
I hope.
And like I said, there are up to 150 ghosts, so I'm not going to go through, obviously, each and every one, but I'm just bringing up the most notable stories. So, in the garden room, the cleaning staff saw a guest sitting on a chair in the middle of the room, and when they were about to call security, the guest just vanished. And some say the staff members quit on the spot.
Oh my gosh.
And allegedly, 10 employees quit every year because of paranormal activity. Yes.
I mean, I can see that.
Allegedly. I'm sure they get it all the time. They're seeing parts of the ship, like, not occupied that most people don't. In 2001, an employee came to work early around 5:30 a.m.-ish and went into the staff offices, which used to be the beauty salon. The employee felt something brush up against them, then saw a translucent figure walk through the office before disappearing. Staff and guests alike tells tales of Grumpy, a spirit that likes to growl in people's ears.
Oh.
Which I don't want to see at all.
If I hear growling in my...
done.
I'm saying it now. If I hear growling in my ear, I am walking out. I am done. I'm quitting my job at the
I do feel like that's kind of funny, though.
Oh God, Lindsay's gonna growl in our ears.
I'm just like, you know how they say like spirits are doing what they were doing when they were alive, right? They're just redoing it.
Grumpy just goes up to people and is like, oh no. What a guy. Okay, let's talk about the most haunted room on the ship. I think we should. It's room B340. In 1948, passenger Walter J. Adamson died in room B34. No, 340. There's no record of cause of death, just putting that out there. So while the ship was still an ocean liner, a woman was staying in B340 and awoke to find a shadow figure standing at the foot of her bed. The entity had pulled the covers off of her and vanished as soon as she woke up.
So my biggest fear with ghosts at night in a bedroom is pulling covers off.
Yeah, me too.
That's like one of my biggest fears.
Yeah.
Hate that.
Yeah.
I don't like that they can affect material things. That is where ghost stories cross over for me, from being like, they can't hurt me, to suddenly like Sammy's getting disembodied, scratched by something, and I'm like, wait a second, you can?
You're like, wait, it's not all fun and games.
Yes, I thought it was against the rules.
You would think.
Meanwhile, Grumpy's just like, he's doing it right.
I'm here for it.
like
It's fine.
Yes, we love. Yeah.
Respect.
So other guests have reported waking up to hear faucets running, lights turning on and off, doors opening and closing, and disembodied knocking on the door. And the cleaning staff even once reported seeing the sheets being flung off the bed right after they put on a new set. Which would make me quit too, because I fucking hate making my bed. It's like the worst chore ever. And if I had to do it again because of some ghost, I'm out.
No,
Goodbye.
not worth it.
That part made me angry. Okay, so in... it's a lot of work! In the 1960s...
I'm trying to... No, I then was trying to think of like, what out of that list would make me that angry. And I think for me it would be the opening and closing of doors. You know when like your door is closed and then like a sibling would come in and then leave your door open purposefully? That I would get angry.
Yeah, because you have to get up and you're like, oh, god damn. Okay.
Yeah.
So true. Lindsay, what's the one that would make you quit?
I'm here
that
for the
list?
bed. I agree. Especially if it's a bed in a corner or something. Like, are you serious? You're gonna... Because those cruise ships' bedrooms are not big. And I'm like, if you're gonna make me run around into a corner and try to tuck it, or a bunk bed, God forbid.
Absolutely not.
God forbid. Oh, God forbid it's a bunk bed. Oh, my. No.
I guess I was thinking more as a guest there. If staff, I would.
Yeah.
It's the bed.
Yeah. Well, in the 1960s, a family was staying in room B340. One night, this is sad, the father murdered his 2 daughters and wife before hanging himself. Some say when the police opened the door, the man was found brutally murdered, even though the children and wife's time of death was prior to his. This had me thinking, was he a bad man, or did some otherworldly thing in the room drive him to commit such heinous crimes? I don't know. But
Full body chills, full body chills.
full body chills. Due to its haunted reputation, the ship's management closed the room for 30 years. It wasn't until 2018 when they reopened the room.
Oh, that's recent.
Mm-hmm. And to perhaps play into the lore of it all, they reopened it on none other than Friday the 13th.
Are you kidding me?
Lindsay, your face is hilarious.
These people,
I love
get
them.
it, but you're flirting with something here. And it's not like Bobby.
Oh, yeah.
You're not flirting with the... Yeah, that's what I meant. That's my guy.
I love that.
Yeah, it's amazing. And now anyone can stay there. So if you have, please write in to ladysulorpod@gmail.com. I have to know. And they do it all spooky up in there too. It's really cute. In the bathroom, they have instructions on how to summon Bloody Mary. And like on the walls, there's journal entries from a bunch of guests who have stayed there before. Like they do it up.
I'm sorry. No.
Oh yes, true.
No, I like the guest. That's cute.
I feel
Bloody Mary.
I feel like if we were a different podcast, we would do that. But we are not that podcast. Sorry,
if we were different people, we would do that.
Although part of me really wants to, but I also know that out of any of us, maybe that's not the best choice.
You'd not have a good time, Sammy.
Or would
I? I wouldn't. So the last famous ghost on the Queen Mary I'm going to talk about is Jackie. Jackie was a little girl who allegedly drowned in the pool, although there is no official record of her death anywhere. Some say she died in the second-class pool and through death upgraded herself to first class, a girl after my own heart.
Love.
Where she's seen today. So while the first-class pool has long since been drained of water, people have heard splashing in that area. They've heard talking and laughing and have even seen wet footprints materialize leaving the pool. Mm-hmm. A woman in 1930s swimwear has also been seen standing next to a young girl holding a teddy bear, which is nightmare fuel to me. You're saying, aw, I'm saying goodbye.
Fair.
Yeah. And I'm sure you can infer that a lot of paranormal investigators and psychics and mediums have come to the Queen Mary, obviously. And one psychic came and did an investigation in the first-class pool area and confirmed Jackie's presence. I don't know.
I've seen a lot of things about the pool ghost. Yeah. I didn't know her name was Jackie, but...
I think she's pretty active, yeah.
I just know that... I think there was photos that maybe someone had posted being is this the pool ghost? Yeah.
Weirdly enough, too, a lot of people believe that there are several vortexes on the ship.
Oh.
And I believe vortex here refers to a portal in which the divide between worlds is thinnest.
So more ghost vortex versus a time jump?
Yes. Yeah. Not time jumpy, but veil between worlds is thin.
Wow.
And the most powerful vortex, allegedly, is in the changing area next to the first-class pool. A psychic, maybe the same one, I don't know, said that the hallway there is the, quote, center of spiritual energy on the ship, end quote.
Whoa.
People report feeling dizzy in that area and often get goosebumps.
Oh my God.
I feel like you should have saved, I'm sure there are 150 more ghost stories, but I'm I don't want to placebo myself into getting goosebumps in that area.
That's fair.
But
so that was a fear of mine. But I think from what I read, the tours are so personalized.
Yeah.
That we might not even realize that we're there when we're there, you know?
Yeah, and I'll
also
forget
it might
most
be
of this.
Helpful to... Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, thanks.
No, but I get that. I might forget the exact area or
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we can do our best to be this is fun lore we're learning and, just let our bodies take us on the tour.
I didn't realize that the tours were personalized-ish.
Well, to the tour guide. The tour guide's telling their own personal stories as well as... I'll get into it. So...
My bad?
No, all good. With any great lore, as we know, especially one that is so public, there are a lot of skeptics or realists, whatever you want to call them. And I found a really, really interesting article from this guy whose mom was a passenger on the Queen Mary when it was an ocean liner. and then now works on the ship as a ship's officer with an emphasis on the paranormal.
What?
He did this whole phenomenal essay. It's in the show notes. You have to check it out. But he wanted to do some digging into all the claims of the deaths on board because he's a skeptic. So he pulled out what he refers to as the Book of the Dead, which I guess has all of the, what's the word? Chronicled deaths. I worked through it.
You got this,
Thanks
girl.
for being here.
You got it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And he, in the article, reminds us that most of the fatalities that occurred on the Queen Mary were from wartime and therefore not documented, other than found dead in bunk. So there's a ton of mystery and room to speculate. So,
Wait, could I ask a question? Oh,
yes.
No,
Of
go ahead.
course.
If you're going to keep doing it.
No.
Is he insinuating that the other deaths that you talked about are not chronicled, or he's just saying the majority happened during wartime?
He's saying the majority happened during wartime, so there were a lot of deaths that he couldn't corroborate.
Oh, got it.
Of,
Because
like-
they didn't do
Yeah.
a lot of record keeping.
Yes, because
Got
it
it.
was wartime and they're like dead, whatever. So like the specifics about deaths are not. Yeah. But I will talk about some of the ghosts. So for Jackie, he couldn't find any reported drownings in either of the pools. He said that the worst known injury in the pool was when Mary Wallingford dove in the first class pool and hit her nose and lip on the bottom. Just like drag her. Okay,
My
that's so
God.
embarrassing.
That's how they say no diving.
That's why they say it. Even the Queen Mary knows.
Yeah.
It's that you're not embarrassed later in life.
Yeah. In the history books, they don't remember you as a bad diver. Now, for room B340, he found that there actually was a man who murdered his wife and 2 daughters before taking his own life. But the kicker is, it didn't happen on the Queen Mary. He thinks that the reason it's a part of the ship's lore is because the man's mom was on the Queen Mary when she found out what happened.
Whoa.
So she got a letter on the Queen Mary while she was sailing it of what happened. And then through lore, it got, mixed up that it happened on the ship.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Which is really cool. How we can, bend history.
Yeah.
And while I find his research incredibly compelling, I don't think his findings negate people's experiences.
Yeah.
And we've talked about how, ascribing an energy to a place or group manifestation is incredibly powerful. So in a way, I think both things can be true.
Yeah.
Many of the crew members have plenty of their own creepy stories that they love to tell, and I'm sure our tour guide will have plenty as well, which is what I mean of that it's personalized. They all have their script that they have to get through, but from what I hear, the tour guides really love their job and are passionate about sharing all their experiences or their friends' experiences. And just to close this out, I, of course, looked around to see if anyone had personal ghost encounters that they shared online. This one came from one of my favorite places, People Magazine.
Oh my gosh. Of course.
So Julie Jordan and her friends stayed overnight on board, ready to have ghost encounters. The only advice they got from staff was to be ready, which is horrifying. They set up their equipment before going to bed. They placed a motion detector by the front door, another by the window, and as she says it, no less than 5 minutes after they closed their eyes, the motion detector by the front door was triggered.
No.
They then turned on a spirit box, which is a device that scans through radio frequencies to see if they could hear any voices. Then, the motion detector by the window went off. They hovered their hands over the motion detector, and almost immediately, the hairs on their arms rose. Then, they did that thing where one person wears noise-canceling headphones, where they can only hear the answers from the spirit box, while the other one asks the ghost questions. So, the 2 real people can't hear each other, and they're both talking to the ghosts, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I actually didn't realize that's how it, you can't hear the questions. That makes perfect sense. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, you said they both can't hear each other. The person asking questions can hear the answer.
Sorry.
I
Just the
wanted to
person with the
clarify.
headphones can't hear the questions.
That's so cool.
So one of the girls, the one without the headphone, asked, "How old are you?" And the girl with the headphones, not knowing the question at all, heard a voice on the other end of the static that simply said, 90. And that is the haunted, storied, and historic history of the RMS Queen Mary.
Great lore.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, I cannot wait. Ahoy.
I
Anchors
can't
away.
Anchors away.
Anchors away.
Wow. I had so much fun. This ship is amazing. And there's so much more. We're going to learn so much.
A magazine of, like, I have 2 magazines that are, like, of haunted places that my mom gave me for Christmas one year. And I think one of them might be a people one that talks about the Queen Mary, but I don't know if it's people or not. But I really want to open it now and see it.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I mean, what a ship. What a ship.
What a ship.
I literally can't wait.
Wow.
Like, we're going to have to do a follow-up episode to this. Maybe we'll be able to fit it in one of our, intro chatty times, but I don't know. Part of me
probably
thinks
do a
we're gonna have
closer
even
look
more
of,
to
like-
say.
Yeah. Closer look for sure.
Oh, yes.
I hope.
Yeah. I also hope. I do and I don't, but I do.
Yeah. I'm like, I do want to hear something or feel something,
Yeah.
but
I feel like we will.
I don't know. I haven't really felt much. I'm going to be there for like the history and the fun of it. You might experience some stuff, Sam. You might too, Lindsay. I know that you can open your third eye a bit more than I can, but we'll see. We will see.
Hey, it's a win-win either way. Either we don't get haunted, which is a win, or we do get haunted and there's content there.
Well, okay. Well, we don't want to get haunted per se.
Oh, I don't want to get haunted, but I do want to hear things. And or if I saw like a door slam, that would be really cool.
Yeah, the thing with the door slamming is that those doors are heavy.
Yeah.
Like a human can't really slam them that much.
Interesting.
I want to see water footprints. That would be fucking cool.
I want to hear splashing.
Some little laughter. I want to hear the growl. I want to hear grumpy.
I can't. I'll pee myself.
I want to hear him because at this point I think he's a cute teddy bear in my mind.
I'm gonna growl at both
this is
of you
the
when
way
you
I'm,
least
like-
expect it.
No.
So that's my fear. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's funny.
The only way I'm telling myself so I can get through it when it actually happens,
Mm-hmm. I guess after hearing all this, flash question. 1, who's the ghost you most likely want to encounter? And 2, what room are you most excited for? And keep in mind, I don't think we can tour B340 because it's an active
Hotel room, yeah. That would be the one if we could.
Fair.
I think the pool and or Jackie. Oh, no.
That's the same thing. There you go.
No.
No?
Ghost-wise, I want to see the woman dancing.
Oh.
That was my answer too.
Yeah.
Aww.
Room-wise, I think I would pool.
Yeah, fair. Okay, so your ghost is Lady Dancing.
Lady Dancing Ghost and not pool, but that hallway, wherever the spiritual vortex is.
The vortex.
Take
Or
me
sorry,
there.
yes.
Yeah.
Take me there.
Take me to the vortex.
Yes.
Oh, I can't
That's
wait.
exciting.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
What about you?
I'm most excited to see the pool just because I think a drained pool that hasn't been used in a while is just going to be creepy and historically fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see that room. I'm kind of into John Petter. I would love to see him walking around door 13.
Yeah.
Or hear him
Yeah.
or something. I think that'd be really fun.
Get ready to
so
fawn, Jessie.
excited.
John, hi. No, he's a child.
Or he's so old.
I don't know. I feel like a Victorian child is still a child.
It's
you
still
know,
a
when you think
child.
of like a Victorian haunted ghost.
Yeah, it's a hard pass.
No one's kissing a ghost.
No one's kissing a ghost. It's not Ghost with Patrick Swayze. Come on, what are we doing here? Have you seen that movie?
I actually haven't. But I know that she knew that ghost, so it's a little different.
Okay.
Yeah.
On ghost dates.
That's fair. Yeah. Aw.
Honestly,
That's so
I would watch
sweet.
this movie.
Of Jessie and John?
No, it doesn't. Not John. John's a child.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, John's a child.
Well, then who are you talking about?
No, I'm just
Also,
saying,
like,
like, a ghost romance of, like, falling in love with a ghost, I would watch. I now
Or just a
realize
general.
that it probably comes from the fact that I thought Casper was cute way back in the day.
Let's unpack that, shall we?
I get it.
Did you think his alive self was hot?
I can't remember. There's one movie. This is what I remember. I remember thinking Casper was cute in the movie where he was friends with this little girl. Was it Casper and Wendy?
I think they're all friends with the little girl. No.
Oh, really?
Isn't that the?
I
Isn't that
feel
what
like
Casper is?
It had a bit of like
usually a guy.
romance, honestly.
Oh.
I don't remember. This is I'm making up things about Casper.
No.
You let me know.
John.
Write into the pod if you know anything about Casper and my, or if you've ever had a crush on a ghost, I suppose.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. I mean, did you know that people marry ghosts?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a woman who married a pirate ghost.
Jack
And they also
Sparrow.
got divorced.
Wait, really?
Yeah. They got divorced because he was a bad husband. Shocking.
Yeah.
But people say, okay, don't know if this is good for the pod or not, but people say that ghost sex, like the sex that they've had with a ghost, is phenomenal.
Okay. Go on.
Anchors away.
Anchors away. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
All right, ladies.
Yeah.
This was really fun. I am so excited to talk with y'all next week. If you enjoyed this at all, please give us a review on, let's do Apple Podcasts. We've been loving those reviews. It has been so nice reading them. So yeah.
Yeah.
Tell your friends about us. We want to make more friends. All right. Shall we sing in the form of, anyone have a suggestion?
A Minnesota mom.
A Minnesota mom on the Queen Mary. Okay, I'm ready. 3, 2, 1.
Ladies who lore.
Oh, don't you know?
Ahoy.
A ghost.
Ahoy there.
Ahoy and anchors away.